Welcome back to God's Hammer. Doesn't stop getting old. I, on the other hand, went to scout. I need to understand how everything is arranged here. I hope the voice acting returns. Ideally, make a couple of acquaintances. As I descended to the first floor, I began to wait. I didn't have long without anything to do. Someone flickered at the end of the corridor. A maid in uniform. I felt like I've seen her before, but from where? She looked trusting and kind. Reminded me of Nica, but calmer and more mature. And with a more feminine figure. Oh, look at the little sheep. That's cute. Look at the sheep on the cross. How to start a conversation with her. That looks like a logo for yin yang.
Привет.
Man, girl, you got a jump on you. Phew. Great, she started talking herself. I didn't even have to think. Hello, hi. How are you?
Отлично. Вот с работы вернулась, устала очень. Зато все, что надо, сделала. Дом убрала, еды сготовила. Сейчас брат отпустил погулять.
She has a brother? I need to find out more about him.
А как тебя зовут? Извини, если мы знакомы, а я забыла.
Cult of Sheep. Cult of Lamb is the one you're thinking of. No, there's a company that does visual novels. They did The Letter and a bunch of others I actually still need to get to. That I've talked to them a few times, and that looks like their logo.
Девушки, они как кошки.
Yeah, apparently with your job.
Нужно регулярно с ними видеться, чтобы они тебя запомнили.
Why is this character just me? I nervously swallowed. For the first time in so long, I'm meeting someone new. About 5 years, maybe? I'm Cain, and you? And no, we're not acquainted, so don't worry. Oh darn, I stuttered twice. Fortunately, she didn't notice.
Мари. Я Мари.
This is what an ADHD person looks like. The first impression turned out to be deceptive. She was just as energetic as Nica, if not more. Nice to meet you.
Не видела тебя раньше. Только переехала, что ли?
Yes. Wait, she mentioned her brother. I need to keep the conversation going, otherwise she'll leave soon. What's your brother's name?
Вредина. Так и зовут.
Quite unique, to say the least.
Да шучу я.
Yes, back to crazy Russians.
Это его прозвище, сама придумала. Поверь мне, оно идеально подходит. А вообще он Виат. Ну или Виа, как я его называю.
Does she have a tongue ring? During the conversation, Mary couldn't keep still. She was wavering her hands and hopping from side to side. Oh my god, she is ADHD.
Ты прикольный, серьезный весь такой, не улыбаешься даже. И мешки под глазами большие такие. Сам маленький, а мешки огромнющие.
I wanted to say something, but Mary didn't even let me get a word in.
С другой стороны, я тебя понимаю. Сама после работы никакущая.
Everybody's looking for hammer time with this.
Энергии практически не осталось.
Where? Is she low on energy now? It's hard to picture what she's like in normal circumstances. Meanwhile, she continued talking.
Брат у меня на тебя похож. Тоже хмурится, вечно уставший ходит. Он еще работу недавно поменял. Раньше на линии очистки работал, ну ты знаешь, наверное.
I am legitimately curious how they actually did do the models for this.
Теперь вот копателем устроился.
It does look like they use the same thing VTubers are made in.
Там платят больше, но работа очень изматывающая.
Why does she often drag out long vowels? Russian? Is this some sort of local accent?
Я с ним один раз ходила, да так устала, что через час все уже, двинуться не могла. Но он крепкий. Да и мальчики обычно крепкие. Мне они этим и нравятся. И вещи донесут, и мебель переставят.
Yeah. Suddenly, Mary tilted her head to the side. Then she looked away.
Ой, извини, я все говорю да говорю. Тебе слова не даю вставить.
We're just got the hammer behind her back just in case. All right. I need to come up with something quick. Her monologue is just perfect for me. I must not let it end at any cost. Don't say I love you. Shit's gonna go bad. Your voice is music to my ears. Oh, the Ahigo face returns. I could listen to you all day long. It's a bit odd to say this to someone I just met, but oh well. The important thing is if it would work or no.
Ой, как мило. Ну, тогда я продолжу.
Yeah, it did.
Тогда я продолжу.
This is just me and my scene.
Ну так вот. На чем это я? А, вот.
Mary looked at me with a timid glance. By the way, if anyone wants to play this is on Steam. That's how Nica usually looks at me when she wants something. I immediately tense up.
Ты ведь только переехал? По виду ты мальчик крепкий, копателем быть тебе как раз. Завтра с утра в 8 часов приходи сюда. Я тебя отведу, все покажу, с братом познакомлю. А с тебя потом благодарность.
A familiar word. Gratitude? I can do that, sure.
Ты о чем?
I took Mary's hand in mine and gave it a kiss. First once, then a second time, and a third. Each phalanx of her fingers, the creases between them, and the inner side of her palm and wrist. That is weird, and you'd get a smack from me if someone did that. I could not picture someone doing that to me without a smack in the face. Also, look at her eyes. The circles are coming out. Yeah, no, that's getting a screenshot. Yeah, no. Each inch of her hand. How was it? What happened to her eyes? Mary hesitated, searching for words, glancing nervously from side to side.
Понравилось, конечно, но слишком уж неожиданно. Хотя быть необычным – хорошая черта для мужчины, но... Испугалась я, в общем. Ой, мне домой нужно, а то брат злиться будет.
Mary turned and walked the other way.
Помни, завтра тут в 8 утра, не опаздывать.
All right.
Пока.
I waved back at Mary. Though our acquaintance had been a bit chaotic, it proved to be productive. Her brother is going to beat you tomorrow. I never thought I'd gain so much information. And a job offer to boot, a win-win. But something about her was different. Her voice in particular. As if she was trying too hard to impress me. Despite all her vigor, something about her voice. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Time to head home and surprise Nica with the news. Upon entering the room and taking off my shoes, I walked over to Nica. She was already in her little bed, engrossed in a book. Her gaze, full of contemplation and inspiration, was fixed on the pages, as if she were mentally whisking away to a brighter, more optimistic world. I really enjoyed reading, but I never had much time for it. Nica's delicate fingers carefully turned one page after another. Clearly, the story captivated her. I had to interrupt her and get her back to reality. Hello, I'm back. My sister's face lit up with a joyful smile as she heard my voice. Nica immediately stopped reading and turned to face me. Guess what? I'm starting work tomorrow. Cool. Yeah, her voice acting is gone. Cool. And I've been reading these books today. I've learned so many new things you can't imagine. I can't put them down. Wow, that's amazing. Glad you're enjoying it. Nica looked aside, then back at me. Hey, brother. I would also like to work. Bring some extra money home, yes? Make things easier for you? And Nica pressed her hands to her chest. I won't stay at home forever. The air in the zone is cleaner, and thanks to good food, I feel better. I was shocked. Is she serious? What are you saying? Of course not. You're the most important thing I have. And your health is fragile, at least for now. No. We can't take risks. My response angered Nica. Another problem out of nowhere. Can't she just sit still for a couple of weeks? Now she wants to go to work, breathe in my asthma. You always react like this. If in the past I might have agreed, but not now. And what's different now? Nothing has changed yet. I didn't know how to convince Nica of my point of view. She can't work yet, absolutely not. Here you go again. Thinking I'm weak and good for nothing. I sense she'll keep complaining for a while. We need to come up with something. Fine, but what can we come up with? Oh, but let's start with something simpler. We have a lot of housework. Let's start with that. And then we'll see. My response seemed to appease Nica. She practically sparkled with enthusiasm. Fine, I agree. I'll start with this. Home comfort is what matters the most. I couldn't help but laugh. Just a few days ago, Nica and I were in despair. So deep that I could not even dream of an end to our suffering. But then we moved to the next zone, ate to our heart's content, breathed clean air. And just like that, the depression is gone. I felt motivated to move forward, to create, to work. By the way, the air purifiers here are indeed much better. I hope this will have a positive effect on Nica's health, but that's something we'll find out later. For now, it's time to sleep. Tomorrow is my first day of work, and I have the God's hammer with me. Despite that is a generator, isn't it? The green thing, that's a generator, I think. It looks like one. Despite yesterday's running around, I managed to get a good night's sleep. I still need to get one. I woke up full of, I'm not getting a generator. I need to get there's something else. It's something similar to a generator, but it's not as harsh on your appliances. I woke up full of energy, ready for new achievements. Meanwhile, Nica was sleeping peacefully in her bed. I decided not to wake her. I heated up a can of stew, had breakfast, and headed to work. Normally, I get a lot of obsessive thoughts during meals. I think about what the future holds or plan my work. But today, my mind is clear. Just a sense of peace and tranquility. Thank you, Godhammer. Maybe it's for the best. At the building entrance, Mary was already waiting for me.
Доброе утро, Каин.
I think maybe they have a very limited number of voice actresses, so that might be why they switch off who gets voicing.
Мешки под глазами у тебя меньше стали.
Hello. I had a good sleep today. Shall we go?
Ага. Брат один пошел, чтобы пораньше начать, но ничего, мы его нагоним.
Is it far?
Нет, совсем нет. Минут 10, не больше.
You missed the Godhammer episode. We have a hammer that if you touch it to people's heads, they go to sleep. I started walking ahead. And yes, that is actually how it's put. If you put it to their heads, they just go to sleep. Mary followed shortly behind.
Ты такой крутой, Каин. Так мужественно зашагал вперед, я аж удивилась. Но
Mary chuckled softly.
нам в другую сторону.
Strange, for the first time since we met, I felt something real from her. People's reactions. All right, then. Hold on.
Конечно.
Suddenly, Mary stopped as if remembering something. Then she took my hand.
Моим лапкам холодно. Ты ведь их согреешь?
Where are your gloves? Go for the romance, you dumb fuck. Yes, of course. I took her hand. It was indeed cold.
Благодарю.
And why didn't I tell her I had a spare pair? She could have warmed her other paw, too. Actually, I have one spare glove. Just a moment. I tried to pull one glove out of my pocket, but both appeared. Unfazed, I extracted just one. Oh, yeah, no, we're kind of being a dick. Don't worry, I have spares. I always carry them just in case. I pulled the gloves out of my pocket.
О, какой ты продуманный. С таким мужем, как за каменной спиной буду.
The sequel is going to be about a magic sickle. Oh my god, devs, if you see this, please do it. Did you say something? I didn't hear.
Нет, ничего. Идем скорее.
We arrived at the worksite. You're fucking with me, game. At this point, you're fucking with me. You can't tell me the game isn't fucking with me at this point. Well, it's time for me to go. No, this man is crazy.
Ну, мне пора. Вот мой брат Вия. Вия — это Каин. Я тебе про него вчера рассказывала.
Why are all the men chibis? I'll get you up to speed, then we can start working. We'll talk when the light fades. Understood? Viet handed me a pickaxe and a hammer. Why are you saying that out loud? The work isn't difficult, really. You break the ice with pickaxe. If it's tough, hit the pickaxe with the hammer to drive the tip in. Then your partner, which is me, will drag the ice away. We switch every hour. All right, let's get to work. I approached the excavation site and struck the first blow. No, he does have a normal... Wait a minute, is that us? Also, that button does that and I didn't know it. We look like Envy, what the hell? Hit along the lines that start there, it'll be easy. I struck again. Don't strain your arm too much. Keep a steady rhythm. It looks like Envy, it's driving me crazy. And strike at an angle. Behold, I have a stick. I tried once more. That's a good start. Keep going. Okay. I struck again and again, steadily and calmly, with each blow breaking through. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Finally, the ice cracked. Viat, who was next to me, was ready at once. He came over, lifted a piece of ice in one swift motion, and carried it away. Carefully, I examined the slab for the largest fissure. Not a single person make the obvious joke in the Discord. I know I said slab. I know exactly the joke everyone wants to make. Finding it, I started striking again. And once more, I entered the trance. The sound of people, the noise of falling ice, and the pickaxe strikes occasionally reaching me seemed to disappear. Me and the ice block, the whole world, only the two of us remained. An Italian stallion, very good, chat. I wonder if this is fleeting feeling of connection with something love. What? Am I falling in love with ice? I wonder if this fleeting feeling of connection with something love? Why is it saying it twice? I didn't go backwards, it just did it twice. My head must be spinning from stress. No, it's just you're in a groove of work. I really need to get a good rest after work. It's time to switch. Take off your gloves and put these on. Ice tears easily through fabric, but these are expendable. Got it. I sat down with pleasure and started to wait. I don't have enough strength left to keep watching Viet. Judging by the fact he hasn't made any remarks, I've understood the gist of the work. It's better to rest. That's it, we're done. I was surprised. What do you mean? We only switched once. You got so into it that you worked for 8 hours straight. Usually we switch every half hour. Well, I wasn't going to interfere. The main thing at work is not getting in the way. Fair enough. I decided not to argue. It's unfair that I worked for so long but don't worry, next time I'll bring 2 pickaxes. We'll both work, so it'll all be even. What? No, I didn't. How did he figure it out? You're like an open book, Cain. It's all written on your face, literally on your forehead. I passed my hand over my forehead. Not literally, of course. Listen, you're not from around here, are you? Yeah, we recently moved from another district. I almost added scrap, but caught myself in time. It's strange to clarify since no one from the lower, richer districts would come here. And from the upper districts, we're not allowed to leave. You're from Rot. What? How did he... Where's my hammer? See? Looks like I'll have to... Don't stress yourself out. I don't care how you managed to get out of there. On the contrary, I applaud your cleverness. Mary appeared on the horizon.
Всем привет! Решила вот вас встретить. Отлично потрудились. Пора обратно.
Viat, I keep doing that, didn't even notice his sister's appearance, continuing his story instead. We all started walking home together. You know, I have my own theory about humanity. Every person has 3 fundamental qualities, like a trinity bestowed upon us by God. I call them endurer, feeder, and freer. Oh, my brother goes on like a brokey record. What? Okay, it's translated. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't understand how he doesn't get tired. Oh, telling this again and again. I agreed with Mary, but said nothing. It feels like my brain is being washed. But once again, ignoring his sister, Viat continues. Endurers are those who have accepted hardships and inconvenience in their lives. They endure all pain and suffering without complaint and don't even try to fight it. They focus on enjoying and appreciating what they already have, and that's all. Brokey feels like a slur to poor people. I think it's just the spelling. I think it's just a mistake, but now I want to use brokey. In our district, everyone is like that. And indeed, that's true. I too accepted all misfortunes that befell me and Nica as inevitable. But at some point Feeders are those who have already secured a place to the feeding trough, or are about to. They flee from the pain by any means possible. They climb the career ladder by stepping over others. They flatter and deceive to live in comfort and happiness. Thankfully, that's not me. The description is, to say at least, crude. It's important to live by the prescribed laws and not break them. Such people live in neighboring districts, recycle. There's always a large number of them among the merchants. I thought about Noah. No, she's unlikely to be like that. Perhaps she's more of an adapter. I haven't met people like that. I've seen them, but rarely. And the third type? Freer are those who refuse to conform to the world. They don't want to be part of the system and fight against it. They usually end up dead. Or broke. In your eyes, I saw a freedom that none of the other people here possess. Not even you? Exactly. Mary suddenly joined the conversation.
Брат просто хочет сбагрить меня кому-нибудь и поехать в путешествие по миру.
Go for it.
Это в его понимании и есть свобода.
Her words rattled Viat. You can't imagine how long I've been trying to marry her off. I've done everything for it, everything. I pierced her tongue, gave her tattoos on her bikini area and arms, and I did it myself. Okay, she does have a tattoo on her tongue. The machine cost a fortune, even to rent it. Mary turned as red as a tomato. I taught her all necessary seduction techniques. Viet dropped his head and pressed his hand to his forehead. Placed ads proposing marriage. Did photo shoots with her, chose the best angles, even got erotic clothing. Nothing worked.
Братик, хватит это рассказывать. Стыдоба какая. Это же глупо.
Why? Not at all. Or why not at all? It's strange that such a lovely girl hasn't found a partner yet. Mary was about to say something, but her brother interrupted again. Really? You think so? I really want to marry her off and start earning. Not sure how, but I'll figure something out. And when I've saved enough, I'll move to the lowest district. To the rich! Ha 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 ha! Viat suddenly came to his senses and returned to his sister. and turned to his sister. So do you really think Mary is a sweetheart? Viat's question took me by surprise. Well, yes. Then take her. Damn, bro. What? We just met. Damn. Russians go fast. Quite a sudden turn of events. Starting a family is one of my goals, but is it wise to rush? It's a lifetime decision after all. I'm sure there's plenty of people that still believe that. Having a wife helps Having a wife helps to quadruple productivity. I agree. Excellent. Viet glanced at his watch. It's time for me to head home.
Я с тобой.
No, you two have a date. You need to get to know each other better. Newlyweds, after all. Wow, I never thought finding a wife could be this easy. It's great living in this zone.
Но...
No buts. I've dreamed of marrying you off so many years. And here's a chance. You are weird, my man. Now go, don't come back until midnight. Don't spend too much time outside, 10 minutes, no more. Then home to Cain's. Understand?
Поняла.
Viat headed to the entrance. We were left alone. And what should we talk about? Why is your brother so fucked in the head? That's a good question. When's the wedding? What do you dream about? So what do you dream about? My question seemed to perk up Mary. So I guess I was right.
Ой, да все сразу и не сказать. Хочу не работать, но при этом ни в чем себе не отказывать. Домик свой с хорошей системой вентиляции в зоне ниже. И даже 2, не меньше. Еще мне подружка показывала недавно. С мужем стиральную машину недавно откопали и починили.
Fuck yeah. See, I'm telling you guys, washing machines are a way to a woman's heart.
Такое же хочу. А еще... Ой, все о себе да о себе. Какие у тебя мечты?
My dreams, yes. To have my destiny in my own hands. That's all I need.
О, вот как. Хлеб вкусный, кстати. Нужно будет забежать домой, прежде чем к тебе.
Mary lowered a gaze.
Отправимся. Ну, мы же нагулялись, я думаю. Идем к тебе.
Okay. I'm glad she suggested it. I can introduce her to Nica. After all, I have to introduce my fiancé to my sister. As soon as we entered the apartment, Nica ran up to us, and that's what we're going to see next time. No Godhammer today.